Here, in order to model the CFST columns and to find out the buckling load values, you will have to first open ANSYS Workbench, and here you'll have to drag and drop static structural tool into the project schematic screen. So after you have dropped the static structural to project schematic, you will have to connect the project static structural with that of the eigenvalue buckling. So this step ensures that you are providing all the results whichever you have inputted to the static structural to that of the eigenvalue buckling. So next step is to update the engineering data values. You will have to define the kind of material which you are using for modeling your specimens. Here, as default, you will be having structural steel. You need to mention the properties such as density, Young's modulus, Poisson's ratio values. You have to type them in manual. Here, we give Poisson's ratio value as 0.18, which is in accordance with our validation paper, and the tensile yield strength value is taken as 350 MPa. And we'll have to add the properties of concrete too. So for that, you need to click on the engineering data sources. Engineering data sources. Once you go here, you will have various options such as different types of materials will be available, or which you need to go to general materials and then choose concrete. Concrete. You can click on add symbol here and again go back to sorry, go back to the engineering data sources. You will find the material which you have added and you can change the properties of that particular material. So Young's modulus, and if you want to design for M25, if you have the formula 5000 root FCK, so 25,000. The next step would be to go to the geometry, and here you need to right click and select new design modular geometry. I'm sorry here, please note that the structural steel Poisson's ratio is 0.3, it's not 0.18. Rest of the values will remain the same. Once you go to the design modular geometry, choose Z explain over which, and next you can go to sketching tab. Here you need to draw the inner and outer course of the circle. Here you are specifying the software that which is your particular which is the concrete core and which is the structural steel. So that is the reason why you are drawing three different circles, and you will be mentioning the diameters of them. So the D1 represents the radius of the diameter of the concrete core. So the inner diameter is 36.6. Please note that the units which you have selected, if it is in millimeter, you will be writing it 36.6 mm, and D2 represents the diameter of the inner steel tube, which is nothing but the inner diameter 36.6, and 42.4 is the outer diameter. Now you are done drawing the diameter of the circle, and now you will have to mention the length. So here you find the option such as extrude. Click on that and mention the length of the steel tube which you require. So always mention the total length and not the effective length, because once you provide the software with all the necessary data, it will create its end conditions. And after specifying the value, click on generate. Zoom in to see whether it has extruded. Yeah, it is fine now. Now again go back to the project schematic window, and select model. In the model you will have to specify which is the concrete core and which is considered as a structural steel in your project. So this is the modeling window where you will be mentioning the concrete and structural steel materials, and you'll be mentioning the material meshing size and what kind of supports in conditions, in which direction the force is acting. All the data will be mentioned here, and solutions will be done. So this green color, so here in geometry you click on that particular solid and the one which is highlighted, you need to change it as, you should assign it in the correct fashion. So this is concrete, and the outer periphery, so at the outer periphery you find the outer steel is being colored, so change it as structural steel. Yeah, structural steel. You can just cross verify whether the materials which you have defined is the same. So here are the properties of concrete and structural steel, and then next you go to mesh. So you will have to choose the body mesh option and select the full conc CFST member. Please ensure that all the surface has been selected, and here you can click on generate to create the mesh. The mesh has been created. You need not specify the dimension of the mesh based upon your computer's configuration. If you have put as element size default, the software will calculate the most appropriate dimension for your particular specimen in order to get an most accurate values. In static structural, right click on insert, click on fixed support. Then next go to displacement, and then also you'll have to apply the force. The fixed support. We'll have to, since we are modeling this particular CFSD member similar to our lab condition, there is one end, bottom end is fixed and top end is hinged condition. Hinge condition is where the load is being applied. So now we are going to specify the fixed support. Click on the fixed support, and here select the surfaces which is to be assigned as a fixed support. So next we'll have to specify which is the hinged support. So here go to the top end of the member and put x component as 0, y component as free, and z component as 0, and click on apply. So once you see the tick mark, it means that the particular displacement value which you have applied has been applied successfully. And now you click on force and select the member's face where the force has to be applied. Here note that the define by option has to be selected as components, because you are mentioning in which direction the load is being applied. Since our load is applied in the negative y direction, you will have mentioned as -1. The reason we are applying 1 Newton as a load is that we'll be getting the final answer in terms of load multiplier. So we'll be having 1 Newton into the value which we have obtained as the eigen buckling value load. So in the solution, also right click and click on total deformation. Even in eigenvalue buckling, right click and click on total deformation. If you need any other results, you can specify them too. Right click, insert stress, maximum principal stress, minimum principal stress, strain, maximum strain, minimum strain. There are lots and lots of parameters which can be found out using this particular software. Click on solve and you'll get the value.